Well, hello! 1 year ago today, I made a video introducing the Ugly Baby Lab and introducing my channel. And I had made myself an ultimatum. I was gonna give myself 1 whole year to dedicate my time and my energy into my art business. And if I wasn't on track to pursuing my art and my passion by the end of the year, then I would drop it completely and move on with my life. Well, technically I said,
in 1 year, I'd love to have the ability to quit my boring little office job.
cool. I think I was a little bit delulu.
What?
Now that I know actual full-time artists, it doesn't quite make sense because they're still poor. And in this economy, I ain't gonna be naive about it. I think at the time, my business was called Cryptic Cave, and I feel like that's just boring. I don't know, it's just unoriginal. I just kind of threw it together to fill out an application. I don't know. After transforming into the Ugly Baby Lab, I think that really helped push me in the right direction because the name just feels like fresh and spunky, right? Speaking of fresh and spunky, it's the end of the year. I want to let you know everything that I've learned this year as an artist. While I do that, I think it would be great to start the new year off with a fresh, clean slate, a fresh, clean studio. As you can see, I don't know if my studio is fresh and clean right now. Yeah, so there's that. And there's that. And there's that. So, let's yap. Let's clean. Let me tell you everything that I learned this year. So, what worked this year? Stickers worked this year. Oh my gosh. So I started the new year off, I think that was my big thing, was that I was going to get into stickers because I just got myself a Surface Pro and wanted to start doing digital art. Well, turns out that was a great idea because they've been my biggest sale. This has been such a fun process for me, and they're fun. Like, they're so cool. I made these like really cool anglerfish stickers. I started doing bumper stickers. So this one says, "Would you still honk if I was a worm?" I think that one's really cool, really fun. I got it on my car right now. They were my best seller because everyone loves stickers. Everyone collects them. I also think it's like a good way for me to reflect my own style, and I think it appeases to the masses a little bit more because, you know, I don't know, I don't expect everybody to want to have my art in their living room. You know what I mean? It's more of like a collector's item, or it's more of one of those things that you put in maybe a hobby room or an art room or your nerd cave. Like, I don't know, I kind of like this little Christmas ornament. I like putting it on my tree, but also I'm a weirdo. I don't know if everybody else is that, but they like stickers. So it's a great way for them to support me, and it's also cheap and affordable for everyone too. It's also one of those things where you just make it once and you never have to make it again. You can print it multiple times. So it's been great. I don't know, it's been a win. Just get some stickers. Anyway, I'm gonna put these away. This dog toy. One of the biggest steps for me this year into becoming like a real artist, whatever that means, is vending at art shows and craft shows. That is so much fun. I honestly don't understand why people complain so much about it on social media. I don't get it. Because for me, I am networking with people and I'm having a great time and I'm chit-chatting, I'm yapping with other artists, and I'm trading things. I think that's cool. Art shows have been a great opportunity for me to network with other artists, see people's real life reactions to your pieces, and gather inspiration. I think my first art show was in March, I believe. It was in March. It was at this like little tiny coffee shop, and I think it was only like $10 for the vending fee, and I had a small table and it was perfect size for all of my stuff. And I went into it with no expectations. I was like, I'm probably not gonna sell anything, and that's fine, I don't care. I just wanna have fun, show off my work, have a great time. And I think it said that there was only like 80 people going and like 3,000 interested. There ended up being probably about 1,500 people there. It was insane. And I ended up selling $250. It was absolutely wild. I was like, what the heck? Anyway, I made a whole video about it last year, or this year, I guess, 2025. And I never posted it because I hate editing. But it gave me so much external validation. I was like, oh, whoa! I needed it. I need validation like a camel needs water, and it's bad. There was this one woman who had walked up to my booth, and she saw this thing. She was like, whoa, that is real art. And I'm like, I'm not crazy, I'm not stupid, all right. Like if my work sucks, like I want someone to tell me, please. Ugh, I mean, don't tell me it sucks and like hurt my feelings, but tell me it needs work or something, I don't know. Art shows help me understand on like a first-hand level what works and what doesn't, like with price points and displays, understanding which pieces people like the most. Surprisingly, the pieces I kind of hated sold the most. It was weird, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. For now, I'm gonna say that's a good thing. I sold a lot of like these spider stickers that took me so long to make. I probably had redid them like 4 or 5 times, and that's probably why I hate them the most. And maybe it means not to judge your work too harshly, because obviously you're going to be seeing all of the criticisms that nobody else is seeing, but the people are keeping me going. Which leads me into my next point. My next thing that went really well this year was the community. The art community in this area is amazing. It's massive. It's honestly been one of the only reasons why I am staying here. Otherwise, I would leave in a heartbeat. I hate snow. But I feel like I'm making a small mark on the town, like a little bit. Just a tiny bit, especially with these art shows. I'm growing friendships at other markets, and I'm connecting with the vendors, and I'm talking about my art, they're talking about their art, and I just love talking about other people's passions. I love hearing people talk about their passions. I love seeing people perform their passions. I think that's amazing. That's like one of my favorite things in the world. So when you have like real face-to-face connections with people, they're more likely to support you, and you're gonna support them just as much. And that support might look like them posting content to like their Instagram, or maybe like sharing a post, sharing a reel. They might be telling their friends about your work. You know, they might be like, oh, I went to this art show this weekend and I saw this crazy thing, and they show a picture, or they show them your Instagram page or something like that, and that can be really helpful. Or better yet, they buy something from you and they show it off. I actually did just recently finish a commission from a woman who had met me at an art show, and you know, she loved my vibe, she really loved my work, and she wanted me to do something custom for her. So, you know, it can pay off just attending art shows. Even if you don't sell something right away, you might get $200 2 months later just from hanging out with somebody, or just from, you know, being genuine. I don't know. I don't know, Nacho. Why are you bothering me? He can't leave me alone. He's a Velcro duck. One of the last things that really stood out to me that I think worked really well for me this year was refining my style. One of my many jobs, many side hustles, I am an actor for an insane asylum during the Halloween haunt season. So I'm a haunt actor. And I think like being there, being on the set every weekend and seeing all the cool props and everything, that 100% inspired me. I feel like, especially this year, I've been trying to get into more prop work, and that's something that I'm really, really interested in and I really want to get into. I haven't done any props yet, My next video, I might show something that I've been working on and I'm so excited to show. Anyway, being a hot actor definitely helps when you're trying to do spooky art. But yeah, I think with like the Ugly Baby Lab, I can take so many different routes with it, like robots and aliens and monsters of any kind, some type of wild creation, chemicals, I don't know. So I feel like you can really do anything with it. I mean, it's not even really about babies. I don't even have any ugly babies yet. We need to talk about things that did not work well this year. Oh, check this out. I got a lot of shit, a lot of unfinished projects. And I want to put them away and I want to forget about them forever and never touch them again. Social media. Yeah. So, at the beginning of the year, I had like 15 followers on Instagram, and now I have 75. But hey, that's progress. That means something, right? As an extremely small creator, I feel like the algorithm doesn't quite work in my favor. And I'm sure we can all say this. I don't know, sometimes I see, well, all the time I see because I'm doom scrolling, just like these big creators with like thousands of followers, hundreds of thousands of followers, and I get discouraged. Cause like, I see my page and I see my low follower count and I'm like, well geez, no one's following me, I must really suck. But then I remember, I haven't posted anything. I literally haven't posted anything. I have 4 posts. And it was like 2 years ago. So I can't be mad that I'm not being seen when I'm not making myself visible. Logic. But yeah, I think I made like 2 YouTube videos last year when I was like, oh, I'm gonna be making things all the time. And I think I'm trying to do that this year. I'm sorry. I'll see you in the next one. I made 2. The first one was the video I'm referencing today about the ultimatum. And the second one was a process video for this thing. And I think it did well. I'm just not consistent. Out of sight, out of mind. I will see that in another lifetime. I also did a streamathon for like a week, and the piece that I had made exploded in the oven. That was the first time a piece I'd ever made from Sculpey exploded. It was just really discouraging and embarrassing. And I should have made content out of it. People love to be rage baited right now. I should have. That's why I'm not viral. I also think it's like almost an anxiety thing. Because it's so easy for me to text my friends little pictures of the things that I've made. I like text my whole inbox. I'm like, look at this cute thing. Look at it. It's so cute. Wow. And then when it comes to like me trying to post on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, I'm like, oh my god, the whole world's gonna see this. Just like the 20 people that view my posts ever. I gotta remember that. There's also just me needing to get my shit together, which segues into the first 2 weeks, I'm extremely productive. And then the last 2 weeks, I'm nothing better than a sack of potatoes. That's why on Instagram you'll see like 5 consecutive daily posts from me and then nothing for 3 weeks. It's because I am lost in the void. Anyways, my brain is something that didn't work this year. Or does it work ever? I don't know, I wish I committed harder. I wish that I'd spent an extreme amount of time making lots of art, but instead I gave myself a lot of grace. Ew. Gross. Life became a tornado of fuckery, but I am determined to not participate in the tornado of fuckery this year, if I remember. You know what? I'm putting it in my calendar. If you're watching this right now, and it's 2026, and it's June, July, or August, please comment and say, hey, don't participate in Tornado of Fuckery. So I am now putting it in my calendar. Another thing that absolutely did not work this year, and will it ever work again, I don't know, is Etsy. Etsy! What the heck is going on over there? Lately, it's just been like swarms of AI bullshit. That's all I have to say about that. I made more money on art shows this year. Fuck! Check it out, guys. Check it out. Look at that clean floor. Look at that nacho. Did I make it? Do I have to give up? I say no. I would have said this probably like 2 months ago. Maybe I would have had a different answer. But I have a big update for everybody. Drum roll, please. I got accepted into an art studio, a ceramic studio where people do ceramics, and I've got real art involved, and I'm making real art. You hear that? It's cool, and I'm excited about it. It's been amazing. And I can't wait to show you guys all the cool stuff I've been making, all the cool ideas I have. It's the same thing as me rebranding myself and changing my name. It's pushing me to be motivated. It's making moves, and this is exactly what I've always ever wanted in my whole life. And it's in a really cool old building that's brick. And I think that's really cool and millennial and aesthetic. I think if I were to do a video like this again, to make like a big cringy announcement of following my dreams, I think it would make more sense for me to be like, I'm quitting my job and dedicating every second and every minute to this for one full year to see where I'm at. And while I definitely dedicated every second of every minute mentally, physically I can't do that because I got a full-time job. And in this economy, I ain't giving that up. Yeah, no, that can be really hard actually. When you're in your head, you got all this like creative vision, creative ideas, you just want to like go, 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 go. And you're stuck at work, working on spreadsheets and doing things that you no longer have ambition or passion for. It like forces you to focus on something that you think is like a waste of time. So, I don't know. You know, now that I have the ceramic studio, it feels great for me. It's like an ADHD thing for me where like there's no distractions, there's no TV. And with ceramics, with stoneware, if you don't finish your project in like 2 days, it's garbage. It's already dried out. You have to like throw it away. So it kind of gives me that pressure to keep at it and keep going. But when I don't have that outlet, I just feel like a rat in a cage. I'm starting to realize though that even just having this mentality, to have something that excites me, to even have the mental space to think about something that isn't survival, to think about something that you love, is a privilege. You know, some people are just like stuck in survival mode. Like they don't get to think about stupid little things like this. And I think it's really important to acknowledge that you do have the privilege to do those things. Because I never want to come from a place that isn't gratitude. I hope my energy and my passion radiates warmth to the people who need it right now. And I think I can see it reflected in my newfound friends. I'd like to think so. And honestly, like I'm in such a great place in my life right now. I didn't think I would ever get to this point. I was at such a low last year, and now I'm in like such a stable place, despite all of the chaos in the world, despite all of the chaos going on right now with the US. It almost makes me feel guilty, and I can't let myself think that way because that's toxic. I hope it lasts. I really hope this isn't just like a cool blip and then the rest of my life is just a spiral of despair. But yeah, so if you're watching this, I hope this inspires you to follow your passion, to follow your dreams, despite your circumstances. I think for me, what I've learned, the #1 life lesson that I've learned this year in 2025 as an artist is that progress comes in small steps. Not even with art, just with everything in life. Progress comes in small steps. It's not going to be this big viral video. It's not going to be this big, like, you're immediately in a gallery, or you're immediately move to a mansion and get married and have a happy ever after. I don't know. However that applies to you. Stable progress comes in small bite-sized pieces. And you have to constantly keep eating those small bite-sized pieces until you're full. So, hope that means something to you. That being said, if you're still here, you are awesome. Thank you so much. So you'll be seeing more from me soon. I'm cleaning this space for a reason. Don't worry, there's a lot of cool things happening. I'm probably gonna be redoing all of that again, off camera, maybe. I've got big projects brewing. Stay tuned, and I'll see you later. Bye.